right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Happy Sunday. Thank you for being here. Hope your Sunday's going well. I hope you're doing some Lego-related stuff or getting out and having a good time doing stuff or just having a chill Sunday. That is if you're watching on Sunday. I don't think there's anywhere that's already Monday, but if there is, happy Monday. Gonna jump right into it because nothing else really going on. We've got the boxes of the bouquet of flowers, bouquet of roses to do today. This one's been kind of a long time to get. I don't know why I held off on it for so long, but it's now here. So, hello Greg, hello Missy, hello Frankie. A painted orange car. All right. Wow, you've already had good morning to you, Frankie. You've had a busy morning already. My morning is recovering from yesterday. We were at Austin Beer Works to do Bricks and Brews, our first ever Bricks and Brews. Let me pop over to the build camera here. Make sure the camera's still working. I do need to... chat's not updating. That's awesome. Did I not pop out the chat? It's there. Oh, there it is. Okay. Weird. Oh, this is that thing where I think you have to keep it not minimized. All right. Well, we'll do our best. So yesterday we did two events. We did Bricks and Brews. Frankie was at one of them. He was at the Library Con at Pflugerville Library. Every year for the past few years, they've done kind of a mini Comic Con thing with cosplayers and artists and writers or authors and people who do all kinds of crafts and things. And then we've been invited to go. They got our name from doing the mini maker fair. And you have to understand, when you live in Pflugerville, it's a unique name. It's a PF at the beginning. So anything that has a fair or festival or Friday or something has a P in front of it, because that's how they roll here in Pflugerville. 8 to 6. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was at Awesome Beer Works. I got there at 9:30, 9:45. Probably closer to 10, and was there. The event ended at 7, and then I had friends show up, and so we stayed there till about 10. So 10 to 10, kind of. And it was super laid back. I'll go ahead and get this started. This is, it's going to be a little repetitive. It's got 3 different bulbs plus some baby's breath, I think. So, we'll pop this open. Yeah, it was in the kind of a side room of the brewery. It wasn't in the main tap room. You kind of had to go back to there was a sign that said Lego this way kind of thing, but you had to kind of go past the bathrooms into an additional room, kind of like an overflow. But it was a nice day. We had a good number of people come out. And there were 5 of us there at the event. I think you guys had, let's see, you, Dawn, I think your oldest was there, right? I'm just remembering the picture I got from Lasso. Other Ben, and I don't know who else. But the setup looked cool. Looks like you guys had an okay time. I'm glad we're able to do 2 events at once. I have to save these later to scan. So that's cool. Let's see. We've got how many bags? We got 5 bags. This might be a pretty quick build. Might be done by about 11:30. We'll have to see how fast it goes. If it's repetitive, it might go quickly. And if we get done early, we'll look at some online stuff. So it was a good display at ABW. We had James and Will did their brought some modulars to go on one side. I brought the tower and the UT Stadium and the sandwich, the sub sandwich for a table, and then all my Horizon stuff for another table, and then Justin and his husband brought Philip brought a very huge easel with a giant playbill of Wicked on it that they rebuilt. And it said, I think it's a playbill. It says "Play Well" on the top. It's very cool. So yeah, it was fun. Not as many people as I'd like to see come through there because it was kind of in a back room. So it was kind of, you know, there were times when it was just the five of us hanging around playing cards and there wasn't anybody in the room. But at one point, like, I think a birthday party was there. It's an odd mix of, it's a brewery, but also it's very family friendly. I don't know if you can hear, I'm way congested. So there were a lot more kids than you'd think, right? Oh, 1 and 2. It's also 6 bags, so we'll see how this goes. Because it's so family friendly, that's why I thought it'd be a good thing for a Lego event, because they could get kids in there as well to see that, and hopefully recruit some parents. The people we did kind of sit down and talk to, there were 1 or 2 people who were very into Lego already. And they didn't really know that we were a group, or that like Brick Rodeo was a thing or anything. So it was cool to be able to kind of reach out to them. There were a lot of kids, and of course it was all, he's such a good builder, or she really loves playing with the Lego. How do I get them to keep playing with it, or what do you do? It was kind of like, well, that's, if they want to stop, they'll stop. But the best you can do is encouraging it by, you know, just telling them, great, now you built that set. What else can you build out of it? Can you make a little, how can you make that bigger, smaller? How can you make it a car instead of a ship? How can you make it a bunch of flowers instead of a monkey? You know, like, how do you do different things with it? So it was a lot of, hey, let's encourage them to kind of build what's not on the box. So that was fun. Oh, is your youngest? You got 2 people from the lug to visit too? Was that Ben and... We were supposed to have one other person and they didn't. I'm gonna have to find out if they're okay. I don't think this is gonna be involved in the building. I think it's just gonna sit here. Right there. Yeah, but it was cool. I had to, times 4. Okay, so here we go. This will be very repetitive. Because this one was at a brewery, I had to pace myself, because I will drink a lot of beer. Especially at a brewery that I like, and I've been to this one before, and I know their stuff's really good. So I brought in some water and some coffee, and I made sure that, you know, I wasn't drinking, every drink wasn't a beer. It was beer, water. So that by the end of the night I wasn't completely hammered. Because that's not what we're there for. But it was a good event. And the place liked us for being there. They were all very hospitable. They had tables and tablecloths. It was really, really a good event, I feel. I'm going to move all these guys out of the way so I can see all the pieces better. So now, I have the unenviable task of breaking down all my Horizon stuff, all the scenery. I'm not going to do the scenery anymore. I am going to keep the machines. I'll probably bag them up and store them somewhere for the time being. And then tear down the landscape and get all those pieces back. And then continue on with Forbidden West. designs. If we kind of run into a point where we run out of, like, we're done building here, I'll pop over and keep working on one of the machines on that because I want to keep that going. So what's everybody's weekend been like? I know Frankie's was at the library yesterday and apparently working very hard today. Gotta slow down, Frankie. Hopefully... How long does it take you to usually paint one car? Like if you're just doing one car. And is it an overall paint, or are you just doing touch-ups or highlights or anything like that specifically? At some point, I need to... Oh, yeah, I just saw the Ghost of Yotai trailer, and it's got Erika Ishii in it. And that, I mean, both those things together, I'm very excited about. I like her from, like, Dropout and College Humor and all her voice acting stuff, and Dimension 20 and all that. Plus, I also like the game, and I'm very much looking forward to the second game. I got new shoes yesterday. All right. All right. That's 4. I probably need to get some new shoes. I have some bright green tennis shoes. They're very comfortable, but I also got them because I could wear them to Austin FC games. They're the wrong color green, but they're green-esque. But they're like bright. They're so green, in fact, that... And I wear them all the time. This is a nutcracker my kids got me. They get me nutcrackers every year for Christmas for the past 20 years, right? And you can see they put the green shoe, they painted it. The green shoes are on that one. So that's how often green shoes are around. I feel like if I got different shoes, my identity might change somehow. But I also wear Converse occasionally, but they, with the older you get, Converse is like, it doesn't have a whole lot of support in them. There are cons that you can get that have better soles and stuff, and you can replace the soles in them with other things, but just like the basic model Chuck T's, I'm like, oh, my back hurts at the end of the day. But I need new ones of those too because mine are wearing out. I think I got those like 5 or 6 years ago. All right. Little Transformers. There's gonna do a remake of Metal Gear Solid. That's one game I haven't played. Metal Gear, I never got into. Metal Gear is by that designer, that kind of not infamous, but fairly famous game developer that is known for like a lot of cutscenes. That did Death Stranding. I don't know his name off the top of my head. But that's one I might go back and play. So if they remaster it or remake it, I might look into that. Because that's always been on my list, but I'm like, I think I got to it too late. There's Kojima, that's it, yep. And there's going to be Horizon Zero Dawn remaster, which I don't think is necessary. I just played the game a little while ago, and it holds up fine. I don't know why it's getting a remaster. It's actually, I feel, better than, still, even with, like, it's 7-8 years ago, animations is still better than Outlaws was. And Outlaws is brand new. Okay, let me make sure before I say I'm missing a piece that it didn't stick in the bag or something. Okay, Okay, nothing in there. And I am looking at this right. I'm making 4 of these, right? Times 4, right. In 2006, a rare Juliet Rose sold for $15.8 million. I don't know what the Juliet Rose is. So there you go. I've never played Metal Gear. I know nothing about it other than the name of it, and it was developed by that same guy. I think I got Death Stranding initially, not because he was the... Oh, there it is. The developer, but because it just looked really weird, and I really liked that. I also need to go back. I think what I might do, too, is go get the second Soul... Or, is it Hellblade or Soulblade? I think it's Hellblade. And it's like... Sakuza or Serka, something like that. The name of the lady. It's the Viking psychological horror kind of game. There's a second one to that too that I need to get. So I might pick that up too while I'm waiting for the Horizon remaster and the Horizon Adventure Lego game. That'll be out. The remaster will be out in October. The Lego Adventure, Horizon Adventure will be out in November. So, gonna lose a lot of time playing that game for sure, because playing a regular video game, I play by feel. Like, I feel like I want to do a side quest, or abandon that one, or don't play that one, or whatever. I rarely try to 100% a game. I just play it until I feel I've completed it. With the exception of the Spider-Man games, I went and completed those, 100% of those. So my guess is these are supposed to clip and attach. So that's a lot of attaching there. You got a clip on the side of it, and it goes into the centerpiece there. But even my favorite video game of all time, I didn't 100%. I did as best I could, but I was like, I think I'm good. But Lego games, I definitely try to do that. I try to 100% them. So like the Skywalker Saga recently, I tried to do that. Oh, he did Silent Hill too? Interesting. That's another game. Recognize the title. Never played it. I found the coolest idea, and I'm going to try to make this work. I saw a YouTuber, and I don't even remember why I was watching it. I think it was probably just suggested to me, and I was like, yeah, I'll look at this. And it's a channel that doesn't necessarily do Lego stuff, but they do crafting stuff and some design stuff, and it was kind of a mash of things. And I don't even remember what it was now. I have to go back through my history. And the guy was taking apart a Lego notebook. It was an official Lego notebook, but it's one like the Lego store doesn't sell, or you can't get online at lego.com. It was one that you get at like Hallmark or something, or through, it was Hamilton Pen, right? So, stationery company. And it had a piece on it. It wasn't even a piece. It was a, these are cool pieces. Wish I knew. Guessing that one. How high up this goes. Okay. So it had the book, right? And then it had a big, like, 4x... I mean, I don't even think it was 32, but maybe it was 4x32 plate that had connectors on it with an elastic strap. So you could put that kind of mark where you are in your book, right? And what I want to do is get those. I want to get those straps, take them off the plate, and they've got holes in them, right, for bars or whatever, and use them on my windmill. So I told Beth, I'm like, I need to spend $40. No, I need to spend $80 buying Lego notebooks. And she's like, why? Well, no, you don't. Oh, but I do. Did I do that the right height? Okay, yeah. So hopefully I can find a few of these and make it work, because I think that'd be really cool. You're also hyped for It, the second chapter, or you're also hyped for another game as well? I missed something. Yeah, if we're talking about the Horizon Star Wars game or Horizon Lego game, I'm not super hyped, but I'll play it. The world's largest rose bush is a Lady Banks. I guess that's the type. A Rosa Banksia in Tombstone, Arizona, USA, with a trunk circumference of 13 feet 5 inches. Neat. It's quarter panel rear gate and bumper end cap. It'll probably take me about an hour and a half. It's already prepped and taped. All I have to do is put in the booth, wrap it in plastic. What is not getting painted, clean up, and spraying base and clear. Doesn't sound like a bad kind of afternoon of work or midday of work. I wish you well. I mean, it sucks you have to work on a weekend, but... yeah, this is gonna go kind of fast, I think. Uh-oh. Have I seen ADX Florence? I don't know what that is, so no. It doesn't ring a bell. Just close up. These are neat pieces. I hate to say it. They use these pieces a lot to do chest stuff on when people make buildable figures, especially like mech things that have like lady mech parts. I've seen this piece used a lot for that. I was trying to do something similar the other day, not that, but the Horizon machine that's got kind of giant chest air sacs on the front of it. It's like an ostrich. I was trying to use these pieces, but it would have been way too big. But these would have been the perfect shape for it. That's turned out pretty nice. Again, it's Lego. Doesn't look like it at this point. It's kind of cool. It's a prison in Florence, Colorado. Oh. I'm trying to remember where Florence is. I know where Florissant is, but I don't remember where Florence is. I'm gonna look that up real quick because the name sounds familiar, but I can't place it. I don't think I've been there. Oh, yeah, I've probably been through there because you don't have to go through it. In fact, you probably take the highway past it. But if you're going to um, Great Sand Dunes, where's the Sand Dunes National Monument? There's Royal Gorge. So I've been to Royal Gorge and I've been to Canyon City. So I've probably been through there, yeah. Why do you ask? Have I seen it like in real life, or is it like a game, or is it what, a movie? I have a family that lives farther in Salida. I don't think you can go that way to go to Great Sand Dunes, but there's a better way once you get into Walsenburg. But yeah, this is just like west of Pueblo, so that's not an area that I frequented a whole lot usually, just because it's pretty far south. All right, times 2 and times 2. So we got times 2, which means I need to do this 4 times. Oh, just wondering. Yeah, I mean, I've probably driven through it or driven by it. So it's a town that is off the highway. It's not, the highway doesn't cover it. So you kind of have to get off the highway to get to it. But I've probably been through there or by there. At least, I'm trying to think of how many times I went to Sand Dunes. What else did I say was over there? Canyon City. Yeah, probably a few times. Mostly as a kid, because I know we went to a lot of places like camping and sightseeing when I was a kid. Yeah, I need to go back and visit Colorado. Go see my mom and then go see my dad, and then go see my brother. It's 3 different visits when we go up there because nobody up there talks to each other. So kind of a bummer to go see them all because it takes up an entire week just to see 3 people. All right. So 2 of these go on either side. Okay, they just go on either sides. If you're thinking of visiting Colorado, this is a great time to do it between now and the end of November. Because it's starting to get cooler and it's really nice in the mountains. There are changing leaves. If you see the aspens are changing. The evergreens obviously won't change, but the aspens are nice. But it's just nice. This is when we would usually go camping, is right about now. Because it's a little cooler, especially at night. I don't know if these are supposed to go all the way up or what, so we'll just put those right there. Did I miss an arm? I don't think I missed an arm, did I? Are arms generally something that's extra? Guess it is in this case. So that's going to be extra. All right, time to make a stem. So we got 4 of these. See, this is the kind of stuff I would think there's a big snafu about a VIP or insider thing that went out survey, and somehow it kind of got out into the general public. I forget, but it was basically asking about your preference for Lego instructions. And if kind of like if you like digital or paper more. And overwhelmingly, oh my God, 7 each. I'm gonna do these one at a time. Are these all the same? Okay, cool. And overwhelmingly, people were like, do not take my instruction booklets away. 3, 4, 5, 6. And so much so that like the land had to put out a thing saying, look, we're not going to, it was just a poll, and we were just kind of getting everybody's feedback on something. Let's split this up so I don't have to count. 7, and then this should be 7. Cool. As you can see, I don't really care either way. I use this for streaming, the digital copy. But I'm like, if you guys are looking to like save the planet, save some paper costs, maybe make it so your instruction booklets aren't novels. Let's go back to a little bit of hunt and peck, or hunt and seek and find some where the pieces go, or just highlight them better and put a lot in one page. You know, you don't have to handhold so much. People will figure it out. We did for many years. But it's an accessibility thing. Some people don't have really good ways to look at a computer screen or an iPad or something. And it's easier for them to have paper product in front of them. And also kids generally, when parents are trying to limit their screen time, and yet the toy that they give them requires screen time. So that was a consideration. But steps like this, where it's like, this whole thing could be like one step. Put a piece here, put a piece here, put that piece on there. One step. Then this is the next step, right? We'll figure it out. I think we're smart enough. I think kids are smart enough. I think we're not giving kids enough credit. All right, bag 1 and 2 done. And it looks like they stay down. So I also don't have a vase for this, a vase. Somebody suggested building one. I wouldn't even know where to start. I don't have a whole lot of clear pieces to make a vase like the ship in a bottle type, right? But so there's one of them. That's a bud. That's a budding rose. I think the other ones are going to be a little bigger blossom than that. And this comes with this piece. This is extra. So we're going to put these guys right here, slightly out of the way so I can build a little more. All right, what's next? Bags. Oh, there's a whole thing there, Charles. Let's see, from the design team. Bouquet of roses truly comes alive when shared. Okay, they want you to give this to somebody. Love may be as thorny as a rose stem or as divine as its velvety petals. To perfect that dichotomy, we sought to strike a perfect balance between challenging techniques and a satisfying flow. While we can only aspire to recreate nature's perfect design, we hope that you will let these roses serve as a reminder to love yourself exactly as you are and share that love with others. This is from Kenyon Andrew Brady, Lego model designer. Thanks, Kenyon. Can we call you Ken? Bags 3 and 4 coming up. And this is going to be another times 4. Kind of interesting the way they did this. I don't do a whole lot of this is this bag and this bag. I think they're the exact same thing. Here's another thing. If I'm building the exact same thing, why give me 2 bags? Couldn't you fit all of this in one bag? Put all that in one bag? Maybe they couldn't. Maybe it was too much. They tried and they're like, this won't fit. We'll need to break these up. And it, as such, doubled their single-use plastic bags. So what's everybody got planned for October? You guys got your I almost said hockey because I was checking on hockey scores. Got your Halloween decorations ready to come out. Are you decorating? Do you decorate for Halloween? Is that one of your things? Or are you like a not Halloween person? Separate these a little bit. I like Halloween, but it always sneaks up on me. I like dressing up, coming up with costumes, putting decorations out, but like I think I should have put the decorations out today. I'm going to try, and maybe next weekend. I don't think I've got a whole lot going on, but I want to put them out so they're out long enough for it to make sense that they're out, you know, not for like a week. But October is a pretty busy month for us, so I want to make sure to get it done before I run out of time. So maybe this afternoon I'll do some of that. I haven't got anything new for decorations this year. I might pick up something while I'm at the store. Try to get one new thing every year. Because sometimes those things wear out, like, quickly. They're not built to be stored and reused year after year. They want you to use it and then throw it away because it's not built to last. Planned obsolescence. So there will be a time, third week of October sometime, that I don't know that I'll be streaming, only because my mom will be in town. I'll talk to her and see if she minds if I do it. But like a Thursday night when she's here, or the Sunday morning when she's here, if we're not really doing anything, I'll be like, I'm gonna go do my Lego stream for a little bit. Make sure she's all right with that before I do it. If this rotates, it doesn't really matter. This sounds like Tron, and this reminds me that I think Jared Leto is in the new Tron movie, Tron 3. And I'm not super happy about it, but it got me thinking, why do I not like Jared Leto? Is it because nobody else likes Jared Leto? I don't think I have a problem with him. Like, I got to thinking about it, and I'm like, I don't know that I've not liked something that he's been in. I didn't care for his rendition of Joker in the Suicide Squad, but I think that was just a choice. But, like, some other stuff he's been in, I've been all right with. I don't think he was the worst part of Mobius. I think the writing was the worst part of Mobius. What does this say? This says, thorns are often removed from cut roses, but some have escaped the pruning clippers. Here they are represented by a horn element, which appears in dark red for the first time. So that thorn, you get that dark red horn right there, or barb. Bricklink calls it a barb. I guess Lego calls it a horn. So that's pretty cool if you want to get new pieces somewhere from... what's it called? Bricks and Pieces on Lego's site. You can get this new thorn piece, new thorn color. I think this would go well with like barbarians and stuff, like their headdresses, the blood of their enemies. Alright, I got 4 of those, which means I've got 2 extra, because each bag should have 2 extra. Or 1 extra. I guess each bag doesn't. Which makes me think they did have this as 1 bag and ended up splitting it somehow. That's going to be an extra one. That's funny. Oons, 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 oons. Ooh, pink Technic bushings. I don't think I've seen a pink one before. That's cool. They don't make any mention of that. New red colored thorn, but is that a new pink Technic piece? Come on now. So apparently, because I wasn't able to go to the game last night, although I think I probably could have made it by halftime and then seen the better part of the game, which was them coming back from 2 down to tie it to 2-all. They're still technically, mathematically in the playoffs, Austin FC. And it's a little frustrating because they don't play well. They lost to like a crappy team a week ago. They tied one of the best teams in the league yesterday. And we kind of just want the season to be over. We're just like, oh, God, come on, guys. Either play really well or don't. You're stringing us along like this. Stringing the fans along. Get a haircut in here. I gotta get rid of that. All right. So yeah, next build thing is keep working with the on the windmill / lighthouse. I need to order. I think these are going to be extra too. These over here. I need to order some motorized stuff so I can start packing that into the structure. We don't have our project support parts in yet, so that's going to be a while until I'm able to actually... And I don't even really know that I'm using what I ordered other than the base kit. But I could probably start building some things like bridges and boats and stuff. But that'll be the next building thing. Plus, any monthly build challenges from our lug. I might try to start finalizing what few Horizon models I have. Because I think I want to get them one at a time now. Because last time I got them like en masse. Like, I was so excited to get them all designed that I ordered all the parts at once, and it was such a pain in the butt, like splitting them up. And I had a whole system that I thought was working really well and absolutely failed, and I ended up having to order like more parts than I probably needed. So this time I think I'd like to rather order the parts one at a time. That way I'm only worried about what I specifically need for that one machine, and not like, oh, I need 15 of these tile pieces across 5 different models, and how am I going to do that? So yeah, same. Especially it's gonna sneak up on us. We kind of want to get it done. I mean, I know we don't. Whew. Let my brain catch up, my mouth catch up to my brain a little bit. It doesn't have to be ready until June of next year or July of next year, but you do kind of want to have it finished earlier than that. I can't remember. We weren't going to like do an early display anywhere, but so we know exactly who's got what to display, so we can make a map of it. So if like you're building if you're building in May and June, there's going to be a cutoff point. I think we're going to say like, you know, we can't put you in because we didn't know where you were going to be, because we didn't know what plates you were going to have. So especially because we have to have these connected with like bridges and overpasses and waterways. I think this is going to be a little more rigid than the Mars base. But we shall see. So that's kind of like get it done, or at least get the footprint done, which should be easy because it's the kit. Done by March, April at the latest. So we can start planning. But also, I like that I'm not at all in charge of this. It's nice to have somebody else in the group be like, yeah, I'm running this show. Nice, thank you. I don't want to have anything to do with it. Also, other than the design of the Mars base, I really didn't have a whole lot of input. Once we got it on site, Brian was really good. Frankie was really good, minding it during the event, helping people get it all set up. They kept asking me what I thought about certain things. I'm like, I don't care. Especially because like Ryan's group showed up with this giant piece that was a huge draw. Like, it was a huge thing. And it was really good. Cliff! What's shaking? Me compadre. How's your weekend? Brad's Bricks! How's it going? It has been a while, man. Thanks for coming by. I feel like you've been missing due to work the past, like, 6 months or something. It's been a while. Doing well. Thank you for coming into the stream and hanging out. Hope you can stay in chat for a little bit. If not, have a great Sunday. What have you been working on lately, man? Both of you. Cliff, what have you been working on? Yeah, it's not bad. I can't complain. We did an event at a local brewery yesterday, all day, called Bricks and Brews, and it was just 5 of us showing up, bringing some mocks, hanging out in kind of a side room of a brewery, open to the public. The kids could come in. Breweries are oddly family places now. I think that just happened within the last few years because all the people who sort of started the brewery trend were patrons early on, or just now starting to have kids, and they're wanting to take their kids places. And it's like, well, let's just keep going back to breweries. They had games. They've got, you know, playgrounds in the back. So that's what we did. Simultaneously had a few people at library doing library con. So a couple good events. I want to get some more local events on the books for our group. See if we can do some more stuff. You haven't been in the U.S. in the past few months. Been on Italy cooking at a great culinary opportunity. Wow, what? Did not realize that you were a culinary, that you had culinary aspirations like that. That's fantastic. Welcome back. That is really groovy, man. All right, so these are off-center just a little bit. Like if you put these in the dead center of the clip, you can kind of see they're a little off because I guess when you close them, it's interesting because you have to close them a certain way or else it won't work. They don't tell you how to close it. You just kind of have to muck with it a little bit, but that's the end result. That's really great. I like that. That's super rad, man. I'm kind of jealous. Working on your layout. What, you got a new town layout or something, Cliff? What happened to our music? Did I lose connection somehow? All right, so my internet is up. Can't play current song. Well, then skip to the next song. I'm not your supervisor. Get back to some Lego bricks. It has been a few months, although I did go to a Lego store in Italy. I am shocked, and I realize Italy is an entire dang country, but there's a guy in Italy that's kind of friends of the group, and he is Darth Designer. He does lots of military stuff. He's in Italy. Works at a pizza shop and does Lego building. I should have said look him up when you were out there, but who knows what part of the country he's in. It may have been like the northern part, and you were probably somewhere else. I don't know. Anyway, castle layout, nice, cool. Been good. Can't complain, honestly. I mean, been doing this, been seeing movies, been playing video games. It's been a ride for sure. Last few months with the convention, and then got to do the Subway sandwich was a lot of fun. Some other stuff's going up. Yeah, it's rad. So these are those slow. It's like the bionicle shoulders and like some mud flap pieces or fin pieces, right? And then these are those wheel wells. That's pretty cool. The way they taper off to the side is perfect for this. All right, so I need 16 of these. Oof. This is the part that gets you. You think it's not going to take long, and pretty soon you're doing 16 4-piece sub-assemblies. So, Cliff, for your castle layout, is that going to be like, this is the town, this is my Lego city that lives in my basement? Or is this going to be one that you're going to take to like a convention to show? I don't know where these are supposed to go. I mean, I have an idea. See, look at that. Instructions weren't clear. Figured it out. Humans are adaptable. So this kit may not be around for much longer. It's been out for a long time already. I would see if you can get it at a discount and maybe do a draft because it's got some great pieces. I fully believe that the botanicals, they're very popular, so you may not be able to get a discount of them, but if you ever do, I think they would be amazing drafts for a lug, or even just a group of people who are into Lego. It's not really officially a lug. Especially some of these parts that are unique colors. Like, I don't have a lot of these clips in red. That'd be great. Or these round plates in dark red. That's amazing. So, or these, you know, panels in green, that kind of thing. That'd be wild to be able to do that. All the botanicals are great. Even the smaller ones, I'm not opposed to some of the smaller ones even. They look good. Plus, it's one of the few sets I can display not in the Lego room. So I can put this out in what we call the common area out here at Shea Rollman. I think my mom will appreciate them when she comes to visit because she's kind of a green thumb plant keeper person, likes to do yard work and garden and stuff. And I have one real plant, and it was one that it was a gift somebody gave to Beth. I can't even remember how long ago. It wasn't that long ago, less than a year maybe. But we kept it alive. I'm like, all you got to do is water it once a week. Occasionally turn it so it gets more sun on a different side. And it's still alive. Probably needs a new pot, but I think I lost connection again. My internet may be weird, so if you guys are, if I drop or something. Our internet's been a little futzy lately. Nothing to do with OBS, just like I can tell my phone doesn't connect. Beth will start shouting that she can't watch her Grays. That's going to be extra. I will say, because it's all the same flower, they broke it up into 4 different sections, so it's a little repetitive, but it's repetitive 4 times. So, however you want to look at that. I need to check with a friend of mine, but if anybody's interested in buying a UCS Millennium Falcon, I've got a friend here in Austin who's trying to sell it. Or a friend of hers is trying to sell it. And, okay, cool, thank you. I was like, how much do they want to sell it for? She's like, well, it's brand new in the box. They thought they were going to be able to sell it and then, like, resell it later for a good price, but it just never really took off. I'm like, yeah, the UCS, the second edition specifically, they overprinted them. Like, everybody's got one. And now everybody's trying to sell them, at least for what they spent on it. And I was like, you'd be lucky to get $100 away from getting your, whatever it was, $750, $800. I said, you'd be lucky to get $650 out of it. And they're like, yeah, that's what we're finding out. So if anybody's interested, I told them to put them on, because they just, like, they put it on Craigslist. And I'm like, put it on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or something. Craigslist. Is this the 90s? So with the offset hinges and stuff, it's very nice looking. Very pretty. '90s, I should say early 2000s. I don't think it's retired. Like, I just got it from this. I just got this from this. Oh, the Falcon. No, and that's part of the problem, is it's not retired yet. I think the first edition, because there's 2 editions, right? I think the first edition is retired, but I don't think the second edition is. So that may be part of the problem. I have no idea though. I don't usually keep up with retired sets or like what's retiring. Like I never feel like I need to go get that because it's not going to be available soon. If I wanted it, I would have got it already. The exception being the Venator. Like I probably should get that pretty soon. It's only been out a year, but or not even a year. Not even 6 months. Didn't it come out? No, it's been over a year. So I need to get on that soon. Zissou! How are you? Thank you for being here. Happy Sunday. See, perfect example of this. Do this 8 times. 8. 8. Cool. All right, so other than apparently Metal Gear Solid, which I've never played, but I could go back and play if I can get it for PlayStation. I think it's an Xbox game. That's what I was just thinking that. Is there another game that I should look into that I can play on PS5? I'm kind of on a holding pattern. And while I don't necessarily want to get a huge game to play, and I don't know how much I'll get into the Horizon Remaster in a couple weeks, I do want something newish. Looking for breakfast. I'm on the hunt. Man, Spotify must be having problems. I've had to like go in here and say, go to another song. Let's try going back to some lo-fi for a little bit. Maybe it's the, oh, could be just it's having problems. Metal Gear was originally PlayStation. It should track that it's currently PlayStation then too, right? I tried to get back into Inscription, but I couldn't. I'm not a huge fan of deck building games. That's kind of what this is. So I don't like losing when it's the luck of the draw. Like if I sucked at doing something, that's one thing. But if I lost because the cards, you know, one of my 50 cards didn't come up and play well, I'm like, that just seems like such a jerk thing to do. Probably why I didn't get into Magic all that much. Can't find that page. Well, that's interesting. Man, I hope we didn't lose our music source. I'm gonna look up something real quick. Spotify. Oh, check it out. Spotify having problems. Yep, started about an hour ago. Well, that's great. Hopefully, I'll still be able to like just coast with whatever. There we go. I mean, it seems okay now. It's kind of, I won't touch anything. How's that? Any games knock anyone's socks off the past year that you just can't wait to talk about, tell the world? Or what was the last set you really liked? The last Lego set you really liked? Yeah, I try to avoid that anyway. There's also, if I were to move to Restream, they've got built-in music on their service. I wouldn't have to. I run everything out of a browser, so I wouldn't have to have like a different application running for Spotify. But it's like you get two choices when you're doing a free account. So, oh, the new, yeah, Astrobot or something. I was looking at that. That looks cute. Zelda. Oh, you liked the Deku tree. Okay. I think you and Johnny need to talk to each other about that. I have no interest in it whatsoever. No opinion. Other than I think it's weird that they basically have two different builds for it, but it's still a tree. It's still the basic same shape. You're just kind of changing the look of it. But again, I don't know much about, because that's from, what is it, Echoes of Time or some whatever the new game is? Is that where the tree's from, or is the tree from an older game? See, we lost it again. All right, so here's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to shut that down. I'd still like to have some music. Let's see if I can do... do some YouTube music without ads. Stream safe music. All right, let's try this. It's from Ocarina? Okay. Oh, so there's two. You're building one from Ocarina of Time, and the other one's Breath of the Wild version of that same tree. I gotcha. That's super loud, yo. All right. I've got the relaxed movement, 12 hours of copyright-free music. Twitch-safe music for streamers and creators. I hope I don't get dinged for this because it's Twitch-safe, but it doesn't say YouTube-safe, so... But it says copyright-free. So what's the new Zelda game, though? There's a new Zelda game, right? Alright, how does this one look? Doesn't really matter. Cool. 4 more roses. It's a B-wing cockpit. The petals stay, or the leaves stay there, but the flower actually moves around. Alright, got those 4 done. Put these over here. So they're visible, but out of the way. Last 2 bags. Okay, cool. What's up, Mayo? How's it going? And then we gotta go back and get that other third. Echoes of Wisdom. Okay. It's also on the Switch, right? The problem is, like, I like Nintendo games, but I don't have a Switch. That may be a purchase in the future, a Switch. I'm trying to debate. Switch or better video card. So, because if I get a better video card, I could play more games too. You're a little loud there, buddy. We had a Switch Lite for a hot second. Beth wanted to play Animal Crossing. This was early in the pandemic and everybody was playing Animal Crossing. And she's like, you know what? I used to like playing video games a lot and I haven't lately. I would like to try to get back into doing that. I'm like, that sounds great. I'm all in favor of you playing video games. And after, I don't know, a month, kind of like, yeah, I think I'm over it. So I can see, so then after that, I use the Nintendo subscription to go back and play a bunch of old classic Nintendo games. Like I spent entirely too much time playing Metroid. All right, last 2 bags. And I think this got spread out well. I didn't think it was going to be like this, but we should be... What? We should be done with this one. Thought I picked the right one. Right about the same time. Okay, so this is times... So I'm building 8 flowers with this one. Okay, this might actually take a little longer. Again, building 4 times as much stuff. So how you doing, Mayo? You up for your NFL watching day today? You're gaming right now, not Nintendo. Are you doing a PlayStation, Xbox? Oh man, we were talking about this earlier. Ghost of Yote is coming out. And very excited about that. It's got, so it's, oh my god, I gotta do this times 3 times 4, so times 12. 2, it's probably gonna be all of them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So cover all of these. Wow, this is gonna take a hot second. Ghost of Yote, the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, is, they said 2025, and it's gonna star Erika Ishii, and I'm very excited about it because I didn't think I was gonna like. I put off times 3. Okay, I don't know where these go. I put off getting Ghost of Tsushima for a while because I was like, I don't think I'll want another open world game. It won't compete with Horizon. Man, was I wrong. It was really great. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I still have like, I think I still have like 2 or 3 kind of side quests to do on it. But I've pretty much finished it. But it was a wonderful game. I really enjoyed it. So I'm very excited that a sequel for it's out, and I'm very excited that Erika Ishii got nodded for that because I like that a voice actor and somebody kind of in the business got approached for that. There's some controversy, I think, that people are mad that it's not the same main character, but I'm like, there could be all kinds of different stories. He was on Tsushima, which is a small island off the coast of Japan. Let's have a different story somewhere else in Japan, which is what this is. It's going to be like the Northern Island. I forget what it's called. It's like, it doesn't have to be the same guy. Whatever. I need to finish an Indiana Jones set later. Parting out sets. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I've got, this may be what I do when my mom's here, because I've taken a week off while she's here, and I foresee a lot of downtime. Like, we're not going to be, it's not going to be go, go, go. She's probably going to be, her mobility is a little limited. She's okay for the most part, but I know her mobility is a little limited. So it's probably not going to be a lot of touristy stuff while she's here. So I'm going to be like, you want to help me sort Lego? And if she says no, I say, do you mind if I do that while we're sitting here chatting or watching TV or whatever? So there's going to be a lot of teardowns. I've got like the E-Wing I kind of want to keep together. I've got a bunch of NASA sets that I want to take apart. Some other Star Wars sets that can be taken apart. I do want to get back into building my Corellian Corvette. I know Johnny's working on his too. I need to order some parts for it though, because I'm a little shy. What I think I should do instead of like building it, because I just assumed I had all the parts, is to go through the parts list and assemble all the parts. So I know what I may need to order. Your mom sounds awesome. She's fine. So earlier this year, she was diagnosed with MS. So her balance and her walking is a little questionable. But she does have, she probably will still want to go do stuff, right? But it's, you know, once we do a thing once a day, that's probably going to be it for her. Glooby Gale, hello, how are you? You should do a Lego Monster Hunter stream making Pikmin Jacob's mocks. Those were all words. Those were all set English words. I don't know Pikmin. I don't know Pikmin Jacobs. Is he somebody who... I'll have to look all of that up, Gloopy. It's not that I don't want to do that exactly what you suggested. It sounds wonderful. I just don't know what that is. I wish someone in my family would go home. Cramps my stuff would go home. Well, my mom is visiting... her sister, my aunt, is visiting. They're going to Houston. My aunt and uncle are going to go to Houston because my cousin lives in Houston. So they're going to come down and drop my mom off here and then drive to Houston. For those who don't know, Texas is very large, and it takes forever to get from anywhere to anywhere here. If you live on the East Coast and you've never been out of the East Coast, I have no way of describing that to you. From here to my cousin's house is about 2.5 hours, which isn't terrible. So they'll be doing that. Yeah, Gloopy, I'm going to look up if it's anything, if it's monsters of any kind, that'd be kind of fun. And I don't know, I know Johnny was suggesting playing Ark. It's a survival game, but it's got like, it's not robot dinosaurs, but it's dinosaurs that you control. And it looks okay, but I think there was something about, oh God, my hand's cramping up. Speaking of cramping, I'm holding the flower like that. There was some reason I didn't immediately jump all over that game, and I can't remember what it was. Maybe because it was multiplayer, or it was, I don't know. I'm not huge on survival games, but I will play them. So, Zissou, if Gloopy doesn't respond, Monster Hunter? Okay. I see that keep popping up. Can I play it on PS5? Can I play it on PlayStation? Is it open world? Is it MMO? What kind of game is it? It's an anime game, isn't it? Like, I almost bought Genshin Impact the other day because I was just like, that looks kind of fun, and then I was like, nah, I don't think that's my style, man. Tell you what game I really liked when I got it, and then it got old almost immediately. Was old game, Shadow of Colossus. Like, the trailer for it looked magnificent. It had that sort of Curious Archive kind of giant things going on. I'm like, oh, this looks super fun. And I played it, and basically it's you go find the monster. That's not hard. You got to figure out its pattern, and then you got to get up there and like slice at its little head or open patches until it dies. So basically you're running around killing things for no reason. Like they're just roaming around their little part of your world, and all you're doing is to save to save a girl that I don't think even really likes you or something, if I remember correctly. It's kind of weird. But I was like, after about the third one, I'm like, oh, this is all I'm going to be doing, right? Run a really long way to a place, try to figure out how to get there because the bridge is out or there's water in the way, and then find the monster and then kill it and then go about your business. I'm like, it seems mean. It seems mean to the Colossus monsters, you know? All right, so I'm going to do this times 4. For tax purposes, they don't live at my mom's house. Oh, okay, gotcha. I was like, the Colossuses don't live at your mom's house? He has over 160 institutions on his Patreon. Is this, Pickman Jacobs? Is that what we're talking about still? Grinding hunting bees to scavenge parts. I've only played single player. I will only play single player. If that's okay with the game, like, once you're done, it's like, do I have to keep doing this? Kind of the same way when I got, oops, I thought I was going to drop that. When I got, what's its nuts? No Man's Sky. I played the single player kind of story version of No Man's Sky, and then I saw exactly where they wanted you to go after that. They're like, great, you've survived the story, now the universe is yours to explore. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to like build up a base and stuff, huh? I don't think I want to do that. Oh, 100. Nice. I have only about 80 on my Rebrickable. So, I mean, we're getting there. If I did I have a lot of designs. If I did instructions for all the things I have designs for, I think we could rival that. I'll get Kodiak to make all my instructions for me. And again, if you think of a Star Wars ship that I have not turned into a microfighter, let me know. Zissou, that reminds me of, there was a bit, and I don't remember the exact line, but it was on The Simpsons, and Homer was doing his taxes, and he like was just really quick throwing it together, and I gotta see if I can find it. But he points at all his family members, and he's like, he points at Bart as like, you're a World War II veteran, and he points at Marge and is like, you work 3 jobs, and then he points at Lisa and says, and you're 12 people. And then he like shoves it all in an envelope and licks it and like football throws it out to the mailbox. But it always gets me, the you're 12 people, you know. Monster Hunter Games made some big changes in some of their games, so I don't know which to recommend. Okay, I'll look into it. I'm kind of okay with that. I wanted to get the new Black Myth Wukong, but I heard some scuttlebutt about the company itself being very sort of misogynistic, and you can't say anything bad about the state. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, is that extra? Did I get an extra one of these? Maybe that's for something later. Yeah, Lisa's probably my favorite. She kind of says what we all think, but in like a smarter way. Recommend 3U, 4U, GU, and World. Okay, for Monster Hunter, I'll check it out. Rise is pretty complex. More Monster Hunter Rise. All right, so now we're doing... Yeah, I don't know if I did this right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So these are either extra, because I don't see more than 2 of those. So that's... Unless they come up with something else. All right, so let's move on. We're doing this times 4 again. Big mess of red and green up in here. Oh, has everybody got their advent calendars? I think advent calendars went on sale recently. I love Vox Machina. Is it season 2 that's new, that's out? Because we have Prime too, so I can get off that. Is it season 3 that's the new one? Because I want to watch the new season when it comes out. It was great. I love the characters. I love the development. I love the fact that something very D&D like has got its own bit in kind of the mainstream. Because this is all the Dimension 20 people and all the old what's that dude's name? Mark something. All their games that they used to play. Oh, cool. So soon. I love it. Again, if you're just joining me, this is a new piece. It's a dark red thorn. So that's available probably on Bricks and Pieces or Bricklink soonish. Probably already out. This set's been out for a while. So that'd be great for like armor and stuff for like barbarians or beasts. Like if you got a certain colored dragon or something. Season 2 is amazing. Like if you liked season 1, season 2 is really, really good. I really liked it. Went a different direction than I thought I was going to, but I enjoyed it. All right, so I've got some homework to do after this. I've got to look up Monster Hunter and possibly Metal Gear. Maybe go back and play some old Metal Gear or something. And before you all chastise me, no, I've never played Metal Gear. Ooh, interesting. That doesn't go all the way... Oh, it does. I have to turn it. Nope. I think Metal Gear was one of those, and at the time I wasn't really into gaming when it first came out. And then by the time I was probably playing like Dragon's Age or something. I think I watch too many shows, and the problem I have is instead of doing Lego or something, I'm either watching a show or playing video games. But yeah, like I'm watching the new Penguin show. It's fine. I enjoyed the first one. I don't know that I'll keep watching it. I kind of got the idea of what was going to happen, but it's okay. Ooh, a red whip. Okay, so here's another new piece. As the rose reaches maturity, the outer petal opens to reveal neatly spiraled inner petals, which were represented by a Lego whip. I don't know if the whip is, if a whip in red has been done, but there you go. That's the first time I've seen it. Oh, and they're having you go in the middle. Okay. Make sure to do it the way they have in the thing. You know what show I really am wanting to come back is the Orville. Where the heck has that show been? Speaking of Star Trek, I also need to go back and watch Prodigy, now that they've moved it to Netflix and then canceled it. I want to catch up on season 2 of that. And then I think Lower Decks is starting soon again. It's last season. They don't know how to handle Star Trek. They're like, yeah, it was good, so we're going to cancel it. But this show over here with the heavy breathing actors with the plots that go on for years and don't make any sense, we're going to keep that one on for 5 years. It's like, but nobody likes that one. I won't say nobody. I think a lot of people liked it, but I didn't think it was that good. Yeah, Lower Decks was amazing. Oh, so I'm watching, speaking of Lower Decks, I was watching, there's a cartoon on Max. It's a DC cartoon. It was, oh, but it moved to Hulu? What was it on? Fox? Do you have political problems with Hulu, or you just don't have it? Don't subscribe to it? If you don't, I would highly recommend it because it has Letterkenny and Shoresy. So I was watching this cartoon. It's my friend Superman, me and Superman, or something like that. And oh, I gotta do that times 4 times 4. Oh, this is gonna be a bit. And the voice for Superman is Boimler, Quaid. What's his name? It's not Randy. It's not Dennis. It's Jack Quaid. So there's your newly opening flower with a little bit of like stuff opening up there. So I'm going to do this a couple more times. Yeah, it's not bad. It hasn't really gripped me yet. It's fine. It's kind of the Voltron animation, right? So like almost anime, but not new anime, but it's not quite like Batman the Animated Series animation. So it's good. I kind of like the idea of a younger Clark Kent that's still trying to figure stuff out. And, you know, Lois Lane's still the plucky reporter, and Jimmy Olsen's the plucky photographer, and they've got a blog or something like that. And you're like, okay, this is cool, I guess. Okay. So I've seen the first 2 or 3 episodes, and it's okay. Yeah, it's all owned by Disney now, but I think originally any show that was on Fox, because that was the Orville, because Disney owns Fox now, that got picked up too. So, I have a Verizon plan, and so with a bundle I get Disney, which comes with Hulu and ESPN Plus. So technically I'm only paying for Verizon. Or I pay for the bundle that's like $70 instead of $50, and I get this package, whatever it is. So, which is great because sometimes I can see hockey games or soccer games on ESPN Plus. Not usually, but sometimes. Hulu will carry hockey games more often than not, so that's nice. But if it ends up being like a nationally televised TNT game or something like that, it'll occasionally show up on HBO, which I know it's called Max now, but just like Twitter and X, we're not going to call it Max. We're going to call it HBO. There was a super annoying ad that ESPN would run during its programming that was like literally like an 8-second spot talking about the reasons you should subscribe to ESPN Plus. Featuring their 30 for 30 library or something like that. And we were watching hockey games and I was chatting in Discord with everybody. And everybody was like, not the 30 for 30 library, when they finally changed the ad. It was pretty funny. But God, that was an annoying ad. Yes, Cliff, we said sports. Not American or college football for me, but I will watch hockey and soccer and Olympics and cycling. I don't know if everybody saw or not, or if it's important to anybody, but the PWHL announced their team names a couple weeks ago, actually. Not the ones I would have picked. I was kind of upset that they didn't do the Boston Wicked. I thought that would have been really good, but they are now the Boston Fleet, which kind of makes sense because they've got like the Fleet Center and I guess, the maritime institution in Boston is very strong, so they did that. Oh, excuse me. Cliff is busy with his castle, but his ears perk up when we mention the sports. That's going to be extra. That's going to be extra. New York Sirens. Trying to remember the rest of them. Toronto or Calgary. Is it Calgary? No, it's not Calgary. Ottawa Charge. Quebec is like the Victoire Quebec or something. Victoire something. It's French. And then oh shoot. I didn't put a lot of these pieces on there. Hopefully I can just put them on the outside like this. Soccer and hockey is acceptable. Cycling, you're on your own. And I don't even watch a lot of cycling, just like the major Tour de France. I tried to catch kind of the Spain one this year. The women's Tour de France, which was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. There's like 20 stages in the men's and there was 8 for the women's. But I think the women's is relatively new, so they're still trying to establish it. And I don't have a sports mind, like I don't keep up with it a whole lot. I have the teams that I root for and everything, so, but that's about it. These go up. Okay, I don't like the way to put these on because it feels like it's not. There's a more open flower. So we've got going to be open. We've got several stages. We've got the bloom, the original bloom, smaller. We've got slightly bigger with those. And then we've got kind of the most open with those. So several stages here. It's pretty cool looking. Was that the one? Was that the one with the Hail Mary that was called back? I watched the clip of that one. The one where they couldn't figure out what it was, and then they called touchdown, and then they had a review, and then they called it back, and everyone lost their minds. I watch sometimes whatever's on the bar TV if we're out doing something. UT's doing pretty good so far, I think. Have to kind of root for UT because we're in Austin. But again, I kind of stopped watching football. It became kind of the same reason I stopped watching Kevin Spacey movies. It's like the league doesn't take care of its players. The players are sometimes not great people, and it's just the self-perpetuating. I almost don't want to watch the Olympics anymore sometimes, but I love the Olympics. But it's just like there's so many sporting things that are not taking care of players, run by terrible people, sometimes with terrible people as athletes. It's hard to kind of cheer for all that, but at the same time, you're like, did you see that catch? That was amazing. Are you not entertained? Oh, isn't that coming out soon? Speaking of Pedro Pascal's Gladiator, isn't that coming out pretty soon? I don't mean to get preachy on sports. I'm sorry. If you watch American football or college football, that's fine. I don't care. Enjoy. I have very fond memories of growing up watching Monday Night Football and the Broncos and everything. So not like MLS is any better. These are going to be big. These are the big boys. Bam. All right, so here are your larger roses. These are the big boys with a single thorn. I think I would have liked to seen on some of these, like they say that sometimes the thorns get missed. I would have liked to seen a full stem of thorns. I think if you're going to give this red part out, give us like 10. Right? Do like 2 or 3 per flower. I think that would have been great. But that's not me. Oh yeah, Aussie Rules football is great. I'm still trying to get. I need to talk to the board for Brick Rodeo for 2025, and if they don't want to do it for 25, we'll do it for 26 here in Austin. I want to talk to them about approaching Sam Sullivan from the women's bronze medal rugby team. And she's, if you follow her on Instagram, she's the one that had a thing about how she's a huge Lego fan and was saving space for the Eiffel Tower. So Lego sent her a copy of the Eiffel Tower and like put a huge, thank you letter in it, and the guy, the designer or the community outreach person sent a sig fig with it and all this stuff. It was really great. So I was kind of like, I want to approach her and say, would you consider being a speaker at our, if your, training schedule allows and you're not currently in a competition somewhere, if you would consider doing a speaking presentation. And I don't know like what she would charge for that or anything like that at Brick Rodeo, and be like, this is what it means to me to be a Lego fan and as well as a world-class athlete. So, but I don't know how to go approach. I was talking to a friend about it. I was like, I don't know, should I approach her agent or manager, or does she have people? And that was the lady I was talking to was like, she's not even one of the starting players of a bronze medal women's rugby Olympic team. She's like, you could probably just go up to her and say, hey, would you want to do this? I was like, really? It's that? She's like, she doesn't have people. I'm like, well, there's another lady on her team that's going to be on like Dancing with the Stars. She's like, yeah, but she's not. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I was like, I still think she probably has like a manager or a PR person or something. Maybe not. I don't know. But I want to make sure that the idea goes well with the board of Brick Rodeo before I do it, because I don't want to be like, hey, would you like to come do this? And they go, yeah, that'd be great. And then I talk to them and they're like, yeah, we've got somebody else in mind. We don't think that'll work. But I think it would be a good talk. I think she'd be a great keynote speaker or guest or something. Well, all right, folks, getting to the end of it here. We got all the flowers done. And kind of perfect timing, only about 10 minutes left. So I don't know how I'm going to do, if I'm going to buy a vase or I have, you know, what I've got. I don't know if this is big enough. If this will hold it all, but got you a Pabwall cup here. So my idea is that the big one's going first. Never too old for Lego. How are you? Thanks for coming by. And your username checks out. Oh yeah, this will work swimmingly. I'll have to arrange this a little better. I think the bigger ones are going to have to kind of go in the middle a little more. These guys on the outside because they're smaller. You're catching us right at the end of the stream, but I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate your username, and I hope that you're doing well. We were building roses, and I am not a floral arranger, but at some point I think I'll probably need to figure out how to arrange all this so it looks nice. But there you go. There's your bouquet of roses, along with this individual heart that just says thank you for being on our stream today. As always. And yeah, look at this. I got 2 extra one of these guys. I think this is so like if you wanted to make this baby's breath stand up a little bit higher. I think I'll just do that because I'm not going to use these for anything. You can make these stand up a little bit more to give it more loft, as it were. So there you go. And yeah, the Pab cup has like a high centered bit to it, but they're not going to stay up there all that well. But there you go. No joke for everyone that says they like my name, subscribed. I have like a 10,000. Yeah, right? Oh, I hear you. Well, but thank you for coming by. If you haven't subscribed, Never Too Old for Lego, please do. I, stream Sunday mornings now, Central, Thursday evenings at 8. Usually building, sometimes building, usually designing in studio. So this coming Thursday, don't have anything new to build. So this Thursday we'll be going back to either Star Wars microfighters or other microfighters. Horizon Zero Dawn stuff, which I might do because it'll be very soon before the remaster comes out and Lego Adventures, Horizon Adventures come out. So I'll probably get back into doing at least the DLC ones that I've got going and wrap those up so I can move on from that. Or Q2 Stadium again. As always, be working on that. So, but 24 is getting around like you. Nice. So yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate you guys coming by. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. Hope you play with some Legos or do some fun outdoorsy stuff or something. Have a good Sunday, and I will talk to you later. Bye.